You'll call for the fair catch here. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a... He's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense, take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Hit right back to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads it downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. 3rd down, you're taking a deep shot, and because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. He's looking to throw. Finds space on the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking, I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Here comes the offense on second down. Using his legs, it's Stewart. Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Leaves it with the back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back goes in motion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's caught. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on 3rd down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the first down on the call.
The sure hands, it's Robinson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. This quarterback part of their running game. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's your job as a defense. You know, you want to try to slow play that option as much as possible, stretch it out to the sideline, use the sideline as a defender. Really, really good job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Field goal is good. And now they regain the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Northern Illinois is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving Mission the rest of the day off. They're up by 15 over Bowling Green. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Wide out in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Panthers. They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk. His timing, being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Line getting set on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dialing up a second down pass play. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quarterback checking off. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They give it to him again. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, going up top. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the pass.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.